So one of the things that, you know, people may not realize right now is the World Economic Forum in Davos. Okay. It's
Yes.
something I like to follow. Being a finance person, it's always very interesting. And it's the one of the most secretive events of the year where billionaires and captains of industry all descend and they talk about, what the future will look like. And at no
Basically
point
planning our
did they have
futures?
yes, that's exactly what they're doing, right? At no point did they talk about taxation. There was absolutely no panels on taxation, okay? There were multiple panels on philanthropy, right? So what does that actually mean? That's what they mean by trickle down. It's this idea that you have to be beholden to a wealthy benefactor who will rain money down upon you and help you with the things that you need in your daily life for like roads and water, but they don't want to do those things, right? You can pay for that because that impacts you. That's how you get to work, right? I want to be able to give to museums because I appreciate museums. I want to give to the ballet. Maybe I'll pick a poor person and I'll pour a little money on them, right? I mean, that's what we're talking about. One of the scariest things that came up in Davos, right? That everybody should be paying attention to because this idea that we're talking class warfare by saying that we want a wealth tax. There's this idea that every time somebody brings up a wealth tax, well, you're just being class warfare. That's what we're told, and you need to shut up because we don't do class warfare. You know
You're
what they
literally
talked
doing
about?
it now. Go ahead.
You know
What?
what? Right, but you know what that's exactly what they did in Davos. They said that in the next 20 years, we will not be an ownership society, okay? They said people will not own homes anymore. People will not own cars anymore. People won't own cell phones anymore. There will be no ownership, okay? You will rent and lease everything.
And keep pouring money into their pockets.
Billionaires will own everything and we will be prisoners of like, right? The best way to equate this, right, is go watch It's a Wonderful Life and imagine that Bailey never existed, okay? And everybody lived in a Potter farm, okay? Because that's exactly what they're giving us. That is what they're selling us. They're selling us Pottervilles, okay? And people are somehow buying that shit, and it's not just being spewed by Republicans, right? It's being spewed by Democrats. Okay, we don't want
Wow.
a wealth tax. Like you got Kevin, we don't want a wealth tax because the wealthy are buying up all the houses. You've already
Yes.
said it. Our kids are never going to be able to own a home. And why is that? Because they're buying up all the houses, they're driving up all the prices so that they can rent everything to you and they can get a stream of revenue for the rest of your goddamn life.
Think about that. Wow. And they're actively talking about that right now.
So when somebody comes to me and says, "Oh, well, you're just spewing class warfare." No. No, I am not the one spewing class warfare. They're the ones spewing class warfare. They're the ones that have declared war on the poor and middle class. And I'm sorry, I'm fighting back. Okay? That's it. That's all I'm doing is I'm fighting back.